fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Virginia Tech's offense will be the first to dial up ball plays in this one. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game. So I think that this is something that who can focus, who can stay disciplined, who can stay tough and keep and block out all the noise.
The play action fake. Tight end finds a soft spot. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Looking to throw, it's Terry. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
This team is an underdog for a reason, but you talk about getting off to a hot start, creating some belief, first drive, and you force a turnover. This team's now going to have some juice, some momentum, some energy, and if they're going to pull the upset, that's exactly what they need.
This offense has it with really good field position. They'll go to the ground. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Let's take a minute and talk about Miami. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miami! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They go to the wide receiver screen, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Looking for a man. It's Terry. Under fire. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The defense coming up big there in the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Just a Baryshnikov-like move. Sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
Play just shows you this quarterback trusts his wide receiver because he knows that route has to be adjusted to get beyond the first down marker. These two right now really on the same page.
They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Hokies have this offense rolling. Quick handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll work his way down to the 28.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Now on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. He smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Throwing right. Got him downfield. He's loose. The 20. Touchdown Hurricane! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They might be feeling a little heat here as they've fallen into a 14-3 hole early. Back to pass, it's Terry. Finds his tight end. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on 1st down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job of contained by this defense, and in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic, and that's exactly what happened there.
Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Back to pass, it's Terry. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And those are frustrating. Like, those drops really annoy you because those running backs are always asked to be more a part of the game plan. Get the ball more, touch it more. An awesome opportunity in the pass game to make a play, ball right in his hands, and that is a missed opportunity.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. The give to the back. Couldn't find a lane, a pickup of 1 to the 31.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats.
He's got it down the left. You get a guy who can do that on the outside, and is sort of in the DNA of Miami's program.
Yeah, just speed. Those are guys that put fear in you. Those are the track stars. The Sunshine State produces so many of them. Those guys can absolutely fly.
They'll give it to the back. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Second down, he'll throw it. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Leaves it with the running back. He's just outside the 20-yard line. Stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beaten at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, looking for the completion. This time on target. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back's looking for the goal line. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Cade! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, he missed it. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Temple. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. To throw, it's Terry. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. This time he's got it. He'll get it out to the 25. Not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Wants to go up top on first down. With the catch, it's straight. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw again. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. The throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. The Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
The give to the tailback. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Power football with the run. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just when they're looking run, now up top. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Takes a shot as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. They bring the punter onto the field now. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock him up close to their goal line. Make sure he doesn't get backed up any further, signals for, and makes the fair catch at the 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half.
From inside the 10, here he comes. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. As always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play. They'll put in play from the 41 on first down. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Give to the running back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Hurricanes line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They gobbled up a ton of yardage to open this drive, and now in business near midfield at the 49. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to throw, it's Terry. Lofts one high and deep. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get down in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailed. Deep shot for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Hokies will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. The give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They'll go right back to him. On his feet at the 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And the Canes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Finds his big tight end. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Touchdown, Miami! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. It'll be first and 10 from the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quick strike complete. There he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Hokies come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun. The running back has it. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the ground game. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking downfield, it's Terry. Unloads it left. Got his man. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. Like, But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on him, right? They've got the lead. It's late. And they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got an open man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run.
Touchdown, Hokies! Great job by the back on the option. Ready to try the point after.
Third and goal, you're going to turn around and just give it to this guy who just has a nose for the end zone. He's able to find the crease and pay it off for his offense.
Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using it.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. They're going to run it to the right. Makes it past the marker. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive, but hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They go to the ground. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Guys, let's look big picture Miami. A nice way to go into the postseason and eventually the offseason with a W, but the question is, will it be enough to keep the Wolves at bay?
It's a great way to punctuate the season. You just have to wonder, though, if there were too many L's on the schedule to keep this guy around next year.
Yeah, I mean, it's the whole body of work, right? You finish strong, but what does everybody look at? Like, how many games do you win? Who do you beat is important, right? Do you beat your rivals? Like, there's so much more. Do you have the team's ears still? So there's a lot that goes into decision-making, but it was definitely a disappointing season.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. The give to the left side. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Absolutely perfect. And they'll push that lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina is down, but they are not out. Not there inside Downey-Ficklen Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Temple. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. To the air, it's Terry. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. To the air on first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the big fella. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down. The Hokies come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to go to the air on third and short. He's taking a deep shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? It's Terry. Here comes the heat. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete out of the backfield. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season